Number 33. Find the angle between the vectors u equals 2, -3, 4, and v equals -1, -2, 5 to the nearest tenth. Alright, so the formula we can use for this is the cosine of the angle between them, the angle between the vectors that is equal to the dot product of these two vectors. So this is said as u dot v, and I'll explain that later. And then you divide that by the product of the magnitudes. So let's dissect what each of these things mean. So for the dot product, it's more complicated than what I'm going to tell you, but for the sake of this problem, this is really all you have to know. The dot product, what you're going to do is just take the terms that are similar. So like you have two x coordinates, you have two y coordinates, you have two z coordinates. You're going to multiply them together, and then in the end, you'll just add all of them. So for our x coordinates, it's 2 and -1, so that's -2. And then you have -3 and -2, that's +6. And then 4 and 5, that's 20. And so that's going to be the dot product whenever you add all of those together. So then as far as the magnitudes go, what you do here is the magnitude of u will be the square root of the sum of the squares of the terms. So we have 2, -3, and 4. So to find the magnitude, this is going to be the square root of 2 squared plus -3 squared plus 4 squared. And then same thing for v. It'll be -1 squared plus -2 squared and then plus 5 squared. So let's see what all this comes out to. So -2 plus 6, that's 4, plus 20 is 24. And then let's see, 2 squared is 4, plus -3 squared is 9, so that's 13, plus 4 squared, which is 16. 13 plus 16, that's 29. And then for the second one, -1 squared, that's just 1. -2 squared, that's 4. So 1 plus 4, that's 5. And then 5 squared is 25. 5 plus 25 is 30. So we have cosine of theta equals 24 over the square root of 29 times the square root of 30. So let's see what this comes out to be. So 24 over the square root of 29 times the square root of 30. So it comes out to be 0.813676, all that stuff. And this is equal to cosine of the angle. So if we want to just find the angle, we just take the inverse cosine. So you go to trig, cosine to the -1, this is the same thing as inverse cosine, of this answer. And you end up with an angle of 35.54 degrees. Is it to the nearest hundredth? Nearest tenth. So 35.5 degrees. And that is answer choice B. Alright, so if you have any questions from other tests, make sure to leave a comment, and I'll make a video with a solution. With that said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. This has been Investigative Math, and I'll see you next time.